Thank you for joining us today for our plumbing inspection for the property on North 9th Avenue in Brighton, Colorado. My name is Jimmy, working with Sewer Diagnostics to perform this inspection. Our current access point for the inspection is the back toilet near the office area in the front. This is the toilet furthest away from the front of the building and the front street, so we're assessing as much of the main line as we can. There have been a few issues and compromises throughout our exterior line here. I will be recommending for repair. Initially, at approximately 124 feet, we are unable to progress past this location due to an offset in the line, preventing forward camera movement. The exterior piping is made of two types of PVC. And where these two types of PVC join together, this offset is catching the camera and preventing us from taking that final turn towards the city tap connection. So we will be recommending a repair at this location initially to allow us to complete the inspection out to and including the city tap connection. That section of the pipe under the street especially is going to be a critical point we want to assess condition for. Now on the exterior piping as well, we do see some minor areas of compression, like here on the piping at about the 10 to 12 o'clock position. Minor compression on PVC is common and seen frequently. As long as we do not see any breakage or rupture of that PVC wall and no major flow restriction, we're not going to recommend that for repair. But as we continue back through this section of PVC, we do see a few things. Otherwise, we will recommend for repair as well. At this PVC joint connection, we do see what I believe to be roots intruding through the piping at about the 4 o'clock position. There's just a couple strands there, but seeing any sort of root intrusion in PVC piping indicates a failed joint connection, where if roots are able to get into the piping, then the leakage is a concern out of the piping. So 118 feet, we will also recommend this for repair. We have a minor flat section in the PVC from approximately 104 to 110 feet. And these areas, more commonly known as grading loss, where the piping isn't quite holding proper pitch and grade, are not seen as major flow restrictions, as we do not see any heavy debris being held, and the water is not standing at a depth that could potentially cause a backup. No recommendation for repair here. Pulling back through this section of the PVC, we do appear to have what I believe is a crack in the top of the PVC, directly at the 12 o'clock position on the piping. And this crack runs for a few feet throughout the piping, initially showing evidence around approximately 98 feet. And continuing back to about 94 feet. Obviously, a crack in a PVC line shows a structural compromise, so we are going to recommend this section as a repair concern as well. And seeing so much compression on our PVC, as some of the joint connections between here and where that blockage was at 124 feet, we are seeing evidence of either A, the PVC being crushed in some locations due to heavy equipment being driven over the piping where it is shallow in the front parking area, or there is a potential, given the age of the property in the 90s, this could also be Schedule 20 PVC, which is a thinner wall PVC, not commonly used in properties. And unfortunately, either due to the fact that Schedule 20 PVC is much less structurally sound, especially in a parking lot where it is shallow and showing major signs of compression, or just being traditional Schedule 40 PVC, we are most likely going to have this exterior section up to where that blockage is at the very least replaced with Schedule 40 PVC and additional aggregate to stabilize and protect the piping. Additional crack seen on top of the PVC at about 79 feet. And again, further evidence that this exterior section of compromised PVC, from where it leaves the property up to and including that offset blockage, needs to be replaced. Additional cracking in the PVC at 68 feet. We can see that at about the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position as it starts at the joint connection and continues back towards us. Low spot in the piping running from about 58 to 63 feet. This will be addressed and repaired in the replacement of this PVC section of the line. Additional compromised section of the PVC line, we see a break in the joint connection at about the 12 o'clock position, where it appears a section of the PVC has chipped away from and broken out of the pipe wall. That's where that darker spot is from about the 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock position. At about 47 feet, we transition from interior to exterior piping. Joint connection materials are interior ABS connecting to exterior PVC. And this joint connection appears in good condition. We do not see any shift, separation, or breakage. Maybe a slight offset on top of the joint connection where we can see the gasket slightly. But this will be a good location for that repair of the exterior PVC to start, connecting to good piping coming from the interior and replacing with properly installed and good quality piping on the exterior. Locating our transition materials at about 47 feet, we can see that out in the front driveway where my green paint dot is visible at about 4 feet deep. We're going to go ahead and recommend the repair begins at the single sweep cleanout located next to the front foundation wall near the front door. That'll allow us a chance to upgrade our single sweep cleanout to a bidirectional or double sweep cleanout, allowing for full inspection and accessibility to the line from the exterior. And then replacement from there up to and including the offset joint connection, preventing further assessment. Once that repair is done, the line can be re-inspected to verify condition of the remainder of the piping.